It's Saturday morning, February 26th, and I am off to shoot 4 more bows, I hope, anyway. Yesterday I shot that the Bowtech XL. I also shot the Bowtech Solution from 2021. The Revolt XL is the 2022, one of their flagship bows for 22. The 4 I'm shooting today, 2 from Athens, the Vista 33 and 35, and 2 from Prime, their inline 3 and inline 5. The main thing I learned yesterday was that shooting the Solution, which is a 32-inch axle-to-axle bow, is too short. Everything's going to be a trade-off, though, between the 5 bows. One is being price. The other one will be ease of tuning, or at least these are the considerations that matter to me. And then the other thing is just going to be feel, right? It's going to be, how do they feel in the hand? How stable are they? How does it hit my nose? The Athens comes with gas strings. That's a maker of high-end strings, which is pretty awesome. The Prime actually comes with a lifetime string replacement every 2 years. They'll just replace your strings, which is pretty great. So I gotta think about that too. So those are all things I need to consider as I make a significant purchase. I mean, this will be $1,100 or $1,200 just for the bow, and so that's why I'm only buying a bow every 12 years. But it's pretty exciting. It's like Christmas morning going to shoot new bows, so I'm pretty excited. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, did a thing. I bought a bow. Bought a Prime. I bought the inline 5. Interesting experience. So I shot a total of 5 bows. The first bow I shot was the Prime inline 3, and that was a good bow. I liked it. The string angle wasn't great. I really had to lean into it to get my nose on the string. And then I shot the Vista 33, and to be honest, it wasn't much different than the inline. Didn't balance as well. Smooth draw. The 33, the Prime inline 3 was also a very smooth draw, but still had the issue with the string angle. Now the Vista 33 that I shot was actually a 2021 model, was not a 2022. So they kind of crossed off the Athens bows near term. So then I actually shot a Darton Spectra E, and that was okay. Significantly cheaper. But there's a lot going on with the cams. They are yoke tuned, and like my current bow, like my Hoyt, and just a lot going on that, and it didn't shoot great. It wasn't like, oh my god, I love this bow. But then I did shoot a Hoyt Venom Pro at 33. That was okay. It's a weird thing though with that bow. It's like you pull it back and you get to the end and you have a lot, and then all of a sudden you have a lot of let off at the very end. It's like, oh, and that was kind of unnerving. It was okay. It shot okay, but still it didn't like the string angle. And then I shot the Prime inline 5, 35-inch. It's a pretty long bow, and the string angle was much better. It's a solid bow. It balances better than the Bowtech. It balanced better than any of the other bows Other than the inline 3, also balanced really well in the hand. So I'll be interested to see how much stabilization I need with bars in front and back. You know, it came down to either buying the inline 3 or the inline 5, and the string angle is really what saved me on the 5, or at least what sold me on the 5. I could come in and put my nose down on it. You know, it was right there. The handle on both the prime bows is second to none. You hold that thing and it's comfortable. It's warm. It's like a gel. That's also very solid. And as I mentioned before, free strings for life every 2 years. You can't beat that. Only concern I have now is when I go home and start shooting it and I start paper tuning. If I can't get it to paper tune and I need to move the cams left or right, I can't do that myself. That was one of the kind of my going in criteria that I wanted, but I do like this Prime inline 5 better than the Bowtech Revolt XL. I think it's just going to be a better fit for me. So we'll see, right? It's like buying a car, you know. You do some research, you go and drive a car around the block and say, what do you think, right? It's like, well, you know, and it's, you know, $20, $30, $40, $50,000, and you've been in the car for 15 minutes, and then you know, start making payments on it. Buying a bow is very similar. You know, I'm shooting it at literally 6 feet 5 times or 10 times, you know, and so I'm really not going to know what I'm getting into until I get it set up. I have shot it a few times. Having a hell of a time keeping the camera from falling over. So I like the bow. Very solid back wall. Running into a brick wall back there. No smush, no give at all. It wraps, the cam wraps around, stop hits the limb. It doesn't go anywhere. So initial impressions are I really like it. It's really quiet. A very linear draw cycle. Comes back, settles in. I am interested though to play more with the draw length. Be interested to look at this video afterwards and see where this is hitting me, if I can tell. I got my new block target over there. Oh, I don't know, 10 feet, 12 feet. So far I've been able to hit it. Well, actually, no, hit the dirt once. I'm still probably too far in. It's a small target. But just working on feel, draw length, settling into anchor point. One thing I do need is a wrist sling on here. I can feel me, and I'm sure you'll see it. Soon, you know, I'm like as soon as I let go, I'm giving it one of these, which is gonna mess me up. One of the unique things that Prime did with this is because of the long axle to axle, 35 inches, they've actually shortened the brace height, which is this distance from the string to the neck to the neck of the back of the handle. Typically, the shorter this distance, the faster the bow, but the harder it is to shoot because the arrow is on the string longer, and any sort of torque like this will shove your make your arrows inconsistent at best. But the longer the riser, which is this part, the more stable the bow is. And so what they did was shortened the brace height, which allows it to be faster than most bows that are 35 inches because of the extra stability that comes with the longer riser. So it's kind of interesting. I wasn't looking for a speed bow. I still have both hats on. That's kind of funny. Looking like a moron, which is typical. Yeah. So far, so good.